Hello everyone, it's Carbs here, and today we're going to talk about VCam, a virtual camera plugin for Aseprite. VCam is a handy tool for Aseprite that helps with large animations, and the idea of being able to create a full scene and then define or focus the camera view on the action over the animation. Inspired by tools such as VCam for Flash or Power Animate, the main idea is to be able to animate your full scene and then move the camera view to where the action is, instead of vice versa. The tool was requested and created in collaboration with the very talented Squidly. I'll go ahead and put their links down in the description. Be sure to check out the streams and also some of the very cool examples that we're actually going to be showing off here in this video as well. All right, so once you get VCam installed, it's going to be under Frame, VCam. And this will go ahead and open up the main interface. So, a couple of quick little things here. As with most of my tools, we have the minimize button and the info. So this is kind of just a quick overview, sort of reference if you need to remind yourself how to use these tools. Also, there's a link here for this video that you're watching now, and also to get to the main page. All right, so to get started with VCam, first what we need to do is, well, we need to have an animation. So I'm using this example from Squidly. Mothman finds a lamp, and what he has set up here is this little animation where the lamp looks up, the moth sees it, and then it volt tackles it. He's got the full animation here that you can see, and then we're moving the camera afterwards. So this red rectangle here, that's the camera layer. So if I turn this on and off, you can see the camera. So essentially how this works is we will do our animation as a big scene here, and then we can go in and we can create the camera. So I can take the camera and, this is just a rectangle that we made, a 1 pixel rectangle, and we're able to move this wherever we want the camera to see. So now what's going to happen is when we export this, whatever is inside the square here, or the rectangle, is what the camera will see. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll select our camera and set our camera layer. And now we'll just hit export all frames. Okay, so now that we've exported all the frames, we have this cropped down version of just where the camera was looking. So as we scrub through here, you can see that the camera moves around. We get the heart, we get the volt tackle, and yeah, and then it resets here. So essentially, that's how we use VCam. We have our full animation, and then we set the camera, and we can export. We have, you can see that we have the tags all intact here. All of the layers are still here, which is really nice. This is actually one of the features that Squidly really wanted. So we made it possible. We had to jump through some loops to get it to work, but yeah, everything looks really nice. And of course, we can turn off that camera and play this back. Very cool. All right, so the next thing that we can talk about is this export selected frames, right? So let's say if we don't want the entire animation, we can go ahead and let's say we want to start at this long awkward pause. And where this heart pops up, right? So we can do that. We can select those frames, and then we can just hit export selected frames. And that'll go ahead and, well, do exactly that. It'll just export those selected frames. So you see you've got the camera shake there, and then the heart pops up and the moth does the volt tackle. So yeah, pretty cool. And again, we can turn off the camera so that way it's not in the scene. Neat. Okay, so let's back up here and we'll go ahead and exit this. And you notice we are editing a exported version of this, so it's not affecting your original file, which is also a huge plus. So I've got these files loaded up. I have another example here that Squidly did as well, which is this camcorder guy. So you'll see that the camera doesn't have to be a, you can make it a full rectangle, and that's fine too. So this moves over and does that and does that. So let's go ahead and export this so you guys can see what it looks like. Oh, we got to reset our camera. There we go. Hit export. There we go. And then we'll just turn off the camera. So we've got this, zooms over, zooms over, zooms over, zooms over. Very cool. So this is kind of an example of how to use it. Again, it doesn't have to be a full, the rectangle doesn't have to be any sort of particular, color or not filled in and whatnot. So you can use a full rectangle as well. I've also made an example myself. This one here, where we have sort of this sort of stick fight thing going on, where we have this guy, he kicks a ball, it goes through the wall that breaks, and then a new ball drops in. The camera here follows the action of the ball and kind of stops a little bit as it hits the wall. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about a few of the advanced settings here. So if we toggle this use advanced settings, that'll show you guys some of the other settings we have here, such as the new camera layer, the use border margin, and also flatten layers. So the new camera layer, how this works is you make a selection where you'd like the camera to be. Let's say like this, and then we hit new camera layer. And this goes ahead and creates a new camera with your current color. And then it also creates a new layer for the camera called VCam. And it automatically sets the camera layer to VCam. So now what we can do is we can take this and we can copy it over the frames of our animation. There we go. So now we just have a unique one each frame. So now what we can do is we can move this guy around and do some different camera motion here. So let's say if we want to do like this, and you just set each one of these to the frame to where you want the camera to be. So we just kind of move this and whatnot. So we have this little like this. Let's say if somewhere over here, I want to have this actually move a little bit. You get the idea, right? So we make this little camera movement. And now, also, because our camera is, let's see here, six pixels in width, we're also going to want to use the camera border. So we'll do this, we'll hit this, we'll go 6. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and we'll go and we'll export this. So I'm going to turn off the other camera and we'll hit export. So now you see that we have this, we have our little animation here. It looks very similar to the last one. I'm realizing this as I'm saying this. But yeah, so it uses the other camera that we have. You see it's a lot wider than our other view. So you're able to make a new camera layer like that, move it around, and basically set up the border with this. Now, a much faster way of exporting is by flattening the layers. So if we go back to Mothman, for instance, so we have this animation here. And if we do flatten layers, it's actually much quicker, but we are going to lose our layer structure. So we'll hit flatten layers. Let me turn this off. And we'll reset our camera. So that way we are set to the right camera layer. There we go. Cool. And then flatten layers is on. We'll go ahead and we'll hit export all frames. And we have this one flatten layer, which is our content. And then we have our camera layer here. And yeah, so if you don't really care about the layers, you can go ahead and flatten them down. It keeps the tags still. And then there you go. Pretty cool. Another cool thing that we can do is if you have Tween Machine as well, which is another tool. Of course, I'll link that as well in the description. But if you have Tween Machine as well, we can do some cool camera movements with this. So for instance, if I go to my stickman again, and we go ahead and undo our camera movement that we had before, right? So here's our camera with the, we'll just move this over here. And let's say if we copy that, we'll paste it here, and I'll put it somewhere like up here so we can still tell where the camera is. And then maybe we'll do something here, and then this is like over here. So what we can do is we just select these. I can do create new tween cells with position. And that'll go ahead and fill those in for us. So now we have this this little motion here. So that's kind of handy to be able to use the tween machine to just tween an animation for the camera like that, right? Completely optional, of course. But yeah, it's just nice to have that. I might include some sort of basic tween in the actual tool itself in a future update. But I wanted to get this out so you guys could use it. So if you've got both tools, then there you go. But if not, then I might add some tweening into this one at some point. So yeah, so now if we go ahead and export this, let me set my camera again and export, you'll now see that we have this like up and then down. So it's kind of like a smooth camera movement. And again, yeah, that's just using the tween machine to like make a position, right? Make a position tween. So that's kind of cool. Okay, yeah, I think I want to say that's everything. I mean, it's a pretty basic tool. It's actually very easy to use, and I think it's going to be very helpful for doing big, large scale animations where you have a big scene and you want to just have a very small section of it being shown. So yeah, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool. I'm excited to see what you guys do with this one. But yeah, be sure to go check it out on itch.io. Should I leave the dog bark in? What do you think? Like, anyways, I gotta go. Okay, bye.